Scientifically proven study hacks that will change your life. Let's get started. Number 1, record your lectures and or class time. This is for all of you out there that have short-term memory loss. If you find that you forget what happens during your class, or you forget what your teacher discusses during class time, then this one is for you. Record your class lectures to review later. You can do this simply by using the voice memo app on your iPhone. Just click on record and record your class, then title it whatever class that was and the date. And then when you get home, play that over and over again. This way, it will stick in your brain and you would actually remember it. A great way to do this is by recording your class lectures, and then when you get home, play that recording over and over again. Play the recording while you're showering. Play the recording while you're making dinner. Play the recording while you're working out. Play the recording at every instance that you get. Instead of listening to music, play the recording of your class lecture. This way, it will stick further into your brain and you would actually be able to remember it much faster and much easier. I recommend this if you have a test or a quiz coming up in a few days and you don't really have time to study for that test or quiz in depth. What you can do is you can record your class lectures, and then when it comes time to when the quiz or test is closer, play that over and over again. Replace your music with the class lectures and play it over and over again. This way, it will stick in your brain for longer and you would actually be able to remember the answers to your test questions. Number 2, speak aloud instead of simply reading in your mind. This one is a pretty basic tip, but I find that it works wonders. Most times when we're reading in our minds, we are not fully grasping the information that we are reading. We're basically skimming, but lying to ourselves and telling ourselves that we are reading. To be able to fully grasp the concept of what you were reading, read that piece of work out loud. Trust me, this works. I've tried it dozens of times. And whenever I read a paper or I read whatever it is inside of me, in my mind, I find that I forget it very quickly than when I read it out loud. Here is what you should do. You should read your class lectures inside of you first and then read it out loud 2 times. Read it out loud twice. This way, you will be able to grasp and fully understand what you are reading better. Number 3, take a walk before an exam or quiz. Exercising, specifically walking, has been proven time and time again to boost your memory and your brain power. If you find that you have memory loss and you easily forget what is being taught in class, I want you to take a walk. And while you are taking this walk, have your headphones in or your AirPods in and listen to your class lectures. Yes, this goes in hand with what I said previously. Having your class lectures is good, but having it while you take a walk is even better. And I promise you, if you do this for at least 2 days straight, you will get an A. Number 4, teach what you have learned to someone else. Basic? Yes. Effective? Also yes. Do this. I promise you, if you teach or at least attempt to teach what you have learned to somebody else, you will be 10 times more knowledgeable on that subject or on that topic. This is absolutely crucial. I do this every single time I have an exam or a quiz or a test coming up. I would teach Basically, pretend that I'm a teacher and the person I am teaching this thing to has no knowledge whatsoever about the topic, and I will attempt to teach this to somebody else. And this helps a lot with remembering what you have done, remembering what you have learned, and it allows you to have retentive memory so that when your quizzes, your tests, your exams come up, you will ace that quiz or test or exam. Number 5, create mental association. What exactly are mental association? This is basically associating a word or phrase that you are unfamiliar with another word or phrase that you are familiar with. For example, let's say you don't know what matter is. You are struggling to grasp the concept of matter. You have no idea what matter is, and you have a quiz tomorrow about matter. Your chemistry class, for example. You have a quiz tomorrow about matter. Now, you know nothing about matter. You find it hard to remember what matter is. A great way to create mind association is to relate or associate the word matter or the concept of matter with something that you already know. Let's say you love to play basketball. You are a basketball fan. You love it. That is literally all you do all day long. What you can do is you can say, oh, my basketball is matter. Why? Because it occupies space and it has mass. Oh my gosh. When I carry the ball in my hand, it feels heavy, which means it has mass. When I put it on the floor, it occupies space, which means it has volume. See? And when it comes to the day of the test, when it comes to your test or your exam day, and you are struggling, you're thinking, what is matter? I have no idea. I cannot remember what matter is. Because you have created the association between your basketball and matter, you can think, oh, my basketball, that's matter. Why is it a matter? Because it's heavy, it has mass. What else? It occupies space on the floor, it has volume. Easy. Because of this, you will ace that quiz, test, or exam. I recommend trying this out for literally anything. Let me know down below in the comment section if this works, because it has worked wonders for me. Number 6, do not, under any circumstance, stay up all night before an exam. If you didn't study weeks, days before the exam, studying the night before isn't really going to help you all that much. Why? Because you are studying, you are filling your brain with all this information. The second you go to bed, your brain forgets everything. Like that. It's gone. So, to be most effective in studying for exams, study at least a few days before and then review it the night before, but do not stay up all night to review that test. Your brain forgets a lot of the information that you learn throughout the day while you sleep. So why would you learn a heavy task or learn something about your exam the night before and then go to bed? It's practically useless. Number 7. This is a bit of a weird one, but listen to me now, hear me out. And this is to meditate. I personally have not tried meditating for memory retention, but I do have friends that have done this, and they have given me amazing reviews about how good this is, about how well it aids them to remember what they learned. So basically how this works is, because you are meditating, you're being forced to be calm, to be focused. When you meditate before or after studying, or preferably before an exam, your brain is calm, your brain is focused, which means you are more likely to remember what you learned and more likely to ace that quiz, test, or exam. Number 8, my very, very, very last and favorite way to study is by using flashcards. Yes, you've heard this thousands of times before, but I will be another person to repeat this to you. Flashcards work. I use them every single time. Personally, I make my flashcards online. I use the very popular website called Quizlet to make my flashcards, and I tell you, whenever I use that method of studying before an exam, I almost always ace the test. And whenever I don't use it, I find that I don't get a good grade as I could have gotten, or I find it hard to remember. So I recommend using this and just seeing how it works. Alright, you guys, that is the end of the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Please use either, any, or all of the study hacks and tips and tricks mentioned in this video, and let me know your thoughts down below. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.